There comes a point when I gotta wonder, is money toxic? Is it like an accumulative thing where the more money that goes in your bank account, the fumes from the ink on the dollar bills like gets to your brain or something and makes you stupid? Or is it living in the ivory tower and being disconnected with reality that just makes you be an idiot? So these Disney executives, they make about 150 to 200,000 depending on their position. Some of them make $700,000 a year, and they're griping about a 5 to 20% pay cut when lower Disney employees have been furloughed. They're not going to get paid until late April. They're going to keep their health insurance. That's a good thing, I guess, but they're not going to get paid until April. And these idiots who are making $700,000 a year complaining about a 5 to 20% pay cut. Screw you. Go cry me a river, Disney execs. It's just, man, stupid. Disney executives are pushing back on the company's decision to temporarily cut their six-figure salaries just a day after non-essential workers were told they were being placed on furlough from April 19th. Yeah. You're making $150,000 to $700,000 a year. Other employees have been furloughed. They're not going to get paid. They'll keep their health insurance, thank God, I guess. But you're going to have the gall to complain? Screw you, Disney executives. See, this is why Disney's failing. When's the last good thing that Disney put out? I mean, there's a few good things that Disney's ruined. Star Wars! Excuse me. I'm allergic to bullshit. The grumblings about their 5 to 20% pay cuts have been branded selfish and sad, as rightly they should. It is selfish and it is sad that you can't have any kind of solidarity with your serfs, your peasants down there. The peasants. The peasants are suffering. But what's this? Rather than me having a 4-course meal, I only get a 3-course meal? Well, how dare you? I mean, that's what you guys look like. As many lesser paid employees face weeks and even months furloughed as the Disney parks remain closed until further notice amid the big C going around. On Monday, Walt Disney Company Executive Chairman Bob Iger announced he will forego his entire multi-million-dollar salary. And, well, yeah, of course, because he can afford to forego his multi-million-dollar salary. He probably doesn't ever have to get paid again. He can freaking live just fine. It's not a big deal to him. He's not living paycheck to paycheck like most Americans. None of these executives are, and they're so disconnected with reality that they think it's a big deal that they get a 5 to 20% pay cut when other people are actually fired. I used to work at Disney World. I did my college internship, my year-long college internship at Disney World. And let me tell you something, behind the scenes, that ain't no merry land. I'll tell you what, they use you, they abuse you, and they underpay you. Did not like my year-long college internship there. It should have been something that was wondrous. It should have been something that was grand. It should have been something that taught me something. But the only thing that it taught me was that Disney elites are idiots who are disconnected with reality, and they're like a bunch of little brats, a bunch of little children. Thank God that all around Disney World, all the businesses realized it. And when you're a Disney employee, you show your Disney employee card and you get discounts, because there'd be no way I would have been able to eat getting paid by Disney. Yeah, no way I would have been able to. Executives are not happy with the cuts, The Hollywood Reporter claims. So what? Deal with it. Other people don't even have their jobs, and you're going to have the gall to complain? You ain't got no money coming in. What do you want the company to do? First off. Second off, really? Really? You're going to have the gall to complain sitting in your mansion? Just get off your high horse. As they claim it's not voluntary. I don't give a fuck if it's voluntary or not. $700,000 a year and you're going to complain? Whatever. I suggested, and that Iger is not taking as much as a hit to his pay packet as them. Well, he's not taking it. Yeah, okay. Yeah, point your finger somewhere else. Yeah. It's never anybody's fault. Everybody's always got to be someone else's fault. Affected executives at the VP, senior VP, and executive VP level are said to be upset at the amended contracts they were sent following the March 30th announcement, which sees them taking between a 5% and 20% pay cut on their salaries. You know what? Take a 50% pay cut on your salary and give me your salary and I'll be happy. So why don't you just shut up and take what you got, which is a lot more than what most people have. Idiots. The cuts are described as temporary, but there is no end to date set, and it is reported that they were given only 2 days to sign. So sign it or get out. Jesus. Sometimes I think money is like mercury. It makes you crazy. It makes you insane sometimes. The new contracts are said to be voluntary, but some believe that not signing them would affect their future in the company, and it probably would. According to a Hollywood Reporter, an executive at Disney can expect to earn between $150,000 and $200,000 in base pay, while an executive VP can take home up to $700,000 a year, depending on the department they work in. Well, boo freaking who! Instead of making $700,000, you're only going to make $500,000. Oh my God, cry me a river. Some employees have been offered shares in Disney to compensate for the pay cut. Ooh. So they're cutting. Did they offer the furloughed employees shares? Did they? Bet you they didn't. Because you're only serfs. You're only peasants. You're not important to Disneyland or Disney World or Disney Inc. You're not important in the least. I couldn't tell you how many times riding the bus from Mickey's Retreat, which is where they house people who are there for the college internship, and riding the bus, and you see all these advertisements for all the businesses that Disney actually owns on the bus. And you look at it and you're like, they have that much fucking influence and that much fucking money, but they can't even pay me enough to be able to go eat while they're working me 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 hours a day, 6 days a week. I'm taking my room and board out of my check, leaving me next to nothing. And they can't afford to pay me dick squat. Okay. All right. Me and Disney are not good friends. Yet some executives are still said to be unhappy, despite Thursday's announcement that non-essential U.S. workers in Disney are to be furloughed from April 19th. Yeah, screw you, execs. And I know a few of you. If any Disney executives are watching this video, I bet you remember my face. I'll bet you do, because I'm the guy that would always complain and bitch you guys out when you guys are acting like idiots and doing stupid shit. Like when we're hungry, and we're so freaking hungry because we can't afford to eat, and we're working 16 hours a day, and by the time you get off work, everything's closed anyways. And then you got to go back to work the next morning. So what do? Well, you get a cup. You walk over to the food line, and you take some food and you stick it in the cup, which is a big no-no. And then you put your cap on, and you put the straw in to make it look like you got a Coke or something, because you can get Coke because, well, that costs them like 0.4 of a cent per 24-ounce drink, even though they charge like $1.50 or $2.50 or whatever it is. It's like 10,000% profit. But yeah, you're allowed to have a soda, but you're not allowed to take any food, even though you're starving, because they don't pay you enough and your hours are shit. And that's what we had to do, and I would call you out on it. And I know some of these execs remember me because I still have the letters of them trying to tell me that I can't speak up when I'm seeing fellow interns literally starving, and yet they're being denied food. Fuck Disney. The furloughed staff will remain Disney employees throughout the period, and the company will continue to support their health care. Well, thank God for small miracles. Thank God for small miracles, yeah. I got none but horror stories when I worked there. Now, that's not said that I didn't learn some cool things on my own, but I learned them on my own. It wasn't because Disney helped me out on it. It was because I learned them on my own. Disney is definitely a culture where the elites are the elites. They're like God, basically. And they get in their head, that they are worth this certain amount, and they're just freaking not. I've spoken to some of these people when I was there for a year. They're not that smart. It's like they fell into it, or their great-grandfather got them the job or something. It's when you talk to them, you're like, how is this guy even connected in any way, shape, or form to reality? How can he be making $700,000 a year for being an idiot? But, idiots support idiots, but Stop complaining, execs. I don't care. I wish you'd get fired. Maybe what they should do is they should pay the execs $50,000 a year and take their salary and spread it out around all the other employees. That would show the world your solidarity with your company and your employees, wouldn't it? Yeah, that'll never happen. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next one.